From translation, NKJV, New King James Version. This 242 day of the year. Today, we are reading passages Ezekiel 1-4. Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 1-28. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river Chebar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. On the 5th day of the month, which was in the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly to Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar, and the hand of the Lord was upon him there. Then I looked, and behold, a whirlwind was coming out of the north, a great cloud with raging fire engulfing itself, and brightness was about it, and radiating out of its midst like the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. Also out of its midst came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Each of the 4 had 4 faces, and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the soles of calves' feet. They sparkled like burnished bronze. The hands of a man were under their wings on their 4 sides, and each of the 4 had faces and wings. Their wings touched one another. They did not turn when they went, but each one went straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, each had the face of a man. Each of the 4 had the face of a lion on the right side. Each of the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and each of the 4 had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces. Their wings stretched upward. 2 of each touched one another, and 2 covered their bodies. And they did not turn when they went, but each one went straight forward. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, like the appearance of torches. The fire went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went lightning. The living creatures ran back and forth, in appearance like a flash of lightning. Now, as I looked at the living creatures, behold, a wheel was on the earth, beside each living creature, with its 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their workmanship was like the color of beryl. All 4 had the same likeness. The appearance of their workmanship was, as it were, a wheel within a wheel. When they moved, they went toward any of the 4 directions. They did not turn aside when they went. Wherever the Spirit wanted to go, they went, because there the Spirit went. And the wheels were lifted up with them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When those went, these went. When those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. For the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. The likeness of the firmament above the heads of the living creatures was like a crystal dome stretched out above their heads. Under the firmament, their wings stretched out straight, one toward another. Each one had 2 wings which covered one side, and 2 which covered the other side of their bodies. When they moved, I heard the sound of their wings, like the sound of many waters, like the voice of the Almighty, a tumult like the noise of an army. And when they stood still, they let down their wings. Then a voice came from above the firmament that was over their heads. Whenever they stood still, they dropped their wings. Above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, in appearance like a sapphire stone. And on the throne was one who looked like a man in appearance. From the appearance of his waist and upward, I saw a gleam of amber, like a fire from all around. And from the appearance of his waist and downward, I saw a fire like a great flame that consumed him. Like the appearance of a rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the appearance of the surrounding brilliance. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell on my face. And I heard a voice of one speaking. Ezekiel chapter 2, verses 1-10. And he said to me, Son of man, stand on your feet, and I will speak to you. Then as he spoke to me, the Spirit entered into me and set me on my feet, and I heard him speaking to me. And he said to me, Son of man, I am sending you to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me to this very day. For they are stubborn and rebellious children, and I am sending you to them. And you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. They may or may not hear, for they are a rebellious house. Yet they will know that a prophet has been among them. And you, son of man, do not be afraid of them or their words. Do not be afraid, though thistles and thorns are all around you, and you dwell among scorpions. Do not be afraid of their words or dismayed at their faces. Though they are a rebellious house, you shall speak my words to them, whether they hear or whether they refuse, for they are rebellious. But you, son of man, hear what I say to you. Do not be rebellious like that rebellious house. Open your mouth and eat what I give you. And when I looked, there was a scroll of a book in my hand. Then he spread it before me, and there was writing on the inside and on the outside, and it was written with lamentation and mourning and woe. Moreover, he said to me, Son of man, eat up this scroll, and go, speak to the house of Israel. Ezekiel chapter 3, verses 1 to 27. Moreover, he said to me, Son of man, eat what you find. Eat this scroll, and go, speak to the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that scroll. And he said to me, Son of man, feed your belly, and fill your stomach with this scroll that I give you. So I ate, and it was in my mouth like honey in sweetness. Then he said to me, Son of man, go to the house of Israel and speak my words to them. You are not sent to a people of unintelligible speech and of a difficult language, but to the house of Israel, not to many peoples of unintelligible speech and of a difficult language. Surely, had I sent you to them, they would have listened to you. But the house of Israel will not listen to you, for they will not listen to me. For they are of a hard neck and a rebellious house. Behold, I have made your face strong against their faces, and your forehead strong against their foreheads. Like adamant stone, harder than flint, I have made your forehead. Do not be afraid of them, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they are a rebellious house. Moreover, he said to me, Son of man, receive into your heart all my words that I speak to you, and hear with your ears. And go, get to the captives, to the children of your people, and speak to them and tell them, Thus says the Lord God, whether they hear or whether they refuse. Then I turned and looked, and there was a wind coming from the north, a great cloud with raging fire engulfing itself, and brightness was about it, and radiating out of its midst like the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Also I heard the noise of the wings of the living creatures, as they touched one another, and the noise of the wheels beside them, and a great thunderous noise. So I left there and went to the captives, who dwell by the river Chebar. Then I sat among them for 7 days, stunned among them. Now it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, I have appointed you as a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear a word from my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say to the wicked, You shall surely die, and you give him no warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, that same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at your hand. Yet if you warn the wicked, and he does not turn from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but you have delivered your soul. But if you warn the wicked, and he turns from his wickedness and from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but you have delivered your soul. Again, when a righteous man turns from his righteousness and commits iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because you did not warn him. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness, which he has done, shall not be remembered. But his blood I will require at your hand. Nevertheless, if you warn the righteous man, for they are stubborn and rebellious children, and I am sending you to them, and you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. As for them, whether they listen or whether they refuse, for they are a rebellious house, Yet they will know that a prophet has been among them. And you, son of man, do not be afraid of them. Do not be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns are with you, and you sit on scorpions, do not be afraid of their words or dismayed by their faces. Though they are a rebellious house, but you shall speak my words to them, whether they listen or whether they refuse, for they are rebellious. Ezekiel chapter 4, verses 1-2. You also, son of man, take a clay tablet and lay it before you, and draw the city, Jerusalem, on it. Lay siege against it, build a siege wall against it, and heap up a mound against it. Set camps against it, and place battering rams all around it.